It's been fun. It was amazing from start to end, honestly. I just can't stop thinking about it. No one expected it, and then we just dominated this from start to finish.
One of the biggest shocks in world football today as Saudi Arabia beat Argentina. What's going to go on in Group C? We're going to take a look at all of it next. That's right, folks. Bam's again, of course, with a review of today's action over in Group C, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe button, magnetite. All things Rovers related, Mexico related, shocking world football related. We're going to all hear, boys, under one roof. That's right, Argentina stomped by Saudi Arabia. Unbelievable stuff. Can they bounce back? We'll take a look at all of it in a second. Of course, big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons, of course. Anyway, we've got a lot to cover here, guys. Of course, all the games in Group C, and of course, reaction from the fans from most of the nations. We'll take a look at it, of course, right here, right now. So jump in the deep end then, shall we, and have a little look. Alrighty then, let's take a little look then, of course, how it all panned out between Argentina up against Saudi Arabia earlier today. Goodness gracious, it could have been so different, couldn't it? As Lionel Messi gave Argentina a lead from the penalty spot. In fact, they had a couple of goals stricken off for close, very, very close, if not borderline actual goals, but they were struck off for offside. But Messi gave them a lead on the 10th minute, and what looked like a plain and simple early goal for Argentina. Of course, they would have went in at half-time a little bit disconcerted by that 1-0 lead. They should have had 2 or 3 perhaps. But second half, goodness gracious me, what a fight back by Saudi Arabia. Now, don't get me wrong here. Saudi Arabia were everybody's chief whipping boys before kickoff, but they played their part in this. They not only did they deserve those 2 goals, they deserved something. You know, at the end of it, I think maybe there was a little bit of jiggery-pokery by Saudi Arabia with time wasting and kind of slowing it down. Maybe gamesmanship is probably the word I'm looking for, but they definitely deserve something from this game. Deserving 3 points with, of course, the close calls, and maybe even some of the calls were wrong by the officials. I still think Saudi Arabia deserves something. And a point, you know, would have been great, but hey, fairness to them, this is what the World Cup's about. This is what football's all about. This is what unites us together. Shit like this. And I'm all about it. Don't get me wrong, I think the Argentinians are still one of the favourites for the World Cup, and I still think they'll go very, very far, but they do need to step it up a little bit. As for Saudi Arabia, they've got it all. They've got a monstrous chance now to get out of the group stages with, of course, the other results going on in this group. But, of course, take a look at the shots there. Just 3 shots for Saudi Arabia, 2 of them in the back of the net. That's how clinical they were. It felt Rovers-esque at times by Saudi Arabia with a lot of defending. They got their goals, they got their noses in front, and guess what? They just packed it up at the back there. That's all they needed. They didn't need any more, but Argentina kept knocking on the door, and when they've got the depth that they have, it was a matter of time. I thought if the game another 5 more minutes, I think Argentina would have broken the deadlock. They were very close towards the back end of this game. But unfortunately for them, and kudos to Saudi Arabia, we've just witnessed the biggest shock, I think, in World Cup history. So credit to them. 21 fouls, 10 offsides for Argentina. 10. Oh my goodness gracious. We had 9 corners compared to the 2 from Saudi Arabia. Of course, let's remind ourselves of the 11 then that started this game for Argentina. Mendes between the sticks. Cristiano Romero, of course, at the back there. Otamendi. Tagliafico on the left-hand side, Molino on the right, Paredes, De Paul, Gomez on the left-hand side, Di Maria on the right, Messi and Martinez up top, valued around about 300 million euros. That's the figure that's banded around right now. Let's take a look at the substitutions then that did come on for Argentina. Lisandro Martinez, of course, on Manchester United's books, Marcos Acuna as well. Fernandez and Julian Alvarez on the books of Manchester City. Let's take a look at the Saudi Arabians, valued at 12 million euros. Goodness gracious me. Oaris, of course, between the sticks. Look at the yellow cards. It was like Christmas time. It is Christmas time. Don't forget, it is a Christmas World Cup. Of course, Oaris with a yellow card there. Bouyali at the back there, alongside Tembaki with El Shahrani on the left-hand side, Abadamani on the right, El Maki, Al Faraj, Kano, Al Dawasi, Al Buriakan, and Al Sharayet up top. All playing their football in Saudi Arabia. Kudos to that, of course. And then we did see some substitutions with Abdul Arami, Al Gahmanan, Biarak, Abeded, and Azadi. Of course, everybody's favourites, of course, coming on to cause some problems. Take a look at, of course, the match ratings. Now, this is an impartial, unbiased match ratings. Giving it to Lionel Messi with 7.7, the man of the match for Argentina. As for the man of the match overall, Well, it is Messi. They've given it to Messi, but Alice between the sticks, I think, should get it. To be honest with you, well, how can you give the losing team the man of the match when they lost? I think that's a little bit batshit crazy, to be honest with you. And of course, down the bottom there, you can see where all the drama took place. It was definitely the second half. And of course, this is the heat maps. Argentina, a lot of possession, a lot of blades of grass covered, and of course, a lot of that passing and territory was in that defensive third. This is Saudi Arabia's touches, not very pretty on the arm. Meanwhile, let's check in with, of course, the fans of the nations for this World Cup. Geronimo, of course, heartbreak for him, but joy for Osama. Here, of course, their thoughts and wisdom about the game and more.
Hello, Dick. How are you? Well, I'm pretty sad about the result today. Congratulations to Saudi Arabia for winning the game, first of all. But I think that Argentina did a great first half. The second half, I think we made some mistakes that we shouldn't be allowed to make again. Some psychological things, I guess. The offsides of the first half were okay according to the rule, but I think that maybe Argentina should have won the game for at least 2-3 goals, but Saudi Arabia did a great game, and congratulations to them, and I hope we make a better game against Mexico on Saturday. Greetings.
Where do I even start with this game? It has just been an absolutely amazing night. The match was voila. The fact that I even got like a New York Times breaking alert about it was just funny to me, about how we ended Argentina's like 36 game unbeaten streak. Overrated. The atmosphere has been amazing at Lusail Stadium. Our fans were just perfecto. We had a shaky start, especially after we conceded that early penalty, which I thought was very soft at that. I thought our players would crumble mentally because they tend to do that a lot, especially when we concede first. But the offside traps. The offside traps were just amazing by our coach Renard. They were just. You would think Argentina would have caught on by like the second off trap, but no, they just kept falling and falling and falling to it. It was just funny to me. We played way better than I expected, honestly. I thought we would honestly lose. I thought we would concede like 3 or 4 goals, but I'm happy to be wrong. I'm absolutely thrilled to be wrong about this. We stayed toe-to-toe with Argentina. They were favorites to win the World Cup. Not anymore. Messi, I thought, had a very underwhelming game. When he took the free kicks, I thought he would do better, honestly. I'm glad he didn't, but he was very underwhelming. The second goal by Salman Al-Dosri was just pure class. It was a banger from start to end. Our subs were generally really good. I thought that when our center midfield, Salman Al-Faraj, was subbed off at the first half, I thought him being subbed off would have our midfield overrun. But I thought our subs did well. Hopefully Yasser, our left back, who got taken off because our goalie accidentally kicked him. I hope he's doing all right. Last time I checked, I think he had like a concussion, but luckily it wasn't too serious. Our man of the match is our goalie, Al-Uwais. He's been amazing, just from start to end. He's very aggressive, absolutely amazing. Yeah, this has been a classic match. It's been fun. It was amazing from start to end, honestly. I just can't stop thinking about it. No one expected it, and then we just dominated this from start to finish.
Also in Group C, Mexico drew with Poland in a very, very feisty chess match, of course, which did see a penalty. Lewandowski stepping up to the plate, but my main man, Ochoa, 37 years of age now, of course, probably could be playing his last World Cup, but I've got reservations that he'll be at the next World Cup because it's going to be in America and Mexico and Canada. I think he will be stupid to retire now, so we might just get another World Cup out of him. But he stepped up, saved the day, denied Lewandowski a monumental goal. Remember, some of the big boys have already stepped up. Una Valencia got a couple of goals so far. We've got Gareth Bale up and running. Messi, of course, earlier as well with a goal. And of course, if you know already, the France guys are running riot as well. So big men stepping up, but Poland with Lewandowski pinning their hopes on the main man couldn't find the back of the net. 11 shots for Mexico, 61% possession. They did boss it. They did look good at times, but again, both sides kind of lacked that final touch moving forward. And of course, 14 free kicks, of course, 6 corners for Mexico compared to the 39% possession for Poland. Again, they struggle. They've got one of the best, if not the best striker of the game, of course. Big men do miss penalties. We've seen it before with Messi, with Ronaldo. Of course, Harry Kane as well has missed a couple. But when it comes to the proof of the pudding, you've got to make sure that the man converts it from the spot. But unfortunately, no joys. Remind ourselves of the 11 then for this match. Just starting with, of course, Mexico. Ochoa, what a bloody fantastic clean sheet for him today. And very, very loud and proud boys. For Mexico in the stands there. Great turnout. Moreno, 34 years of age, another man who could be playing his last World Cup. Montez alongside him, Gallardo on the left-hand side, Sanchez at the right. Alvarez in midfield, big man on deck from Ajax. Chavez as well, playing his football over in Mexico. Meanwhile, Hector Herrera, 32 years of age, of course, Alex Wenger on the left-hand side, Irving Lozano on the right, still 27 years of age, and of course, Henry Martin up top, also playing his football over in Mexico, of course. Taking a look at the subs, we did see Carlos Rodriguez coming on there, of course, Udi Otuna, and of course, Raul Jimenez, now 31 years of age. He's getting on a little bit, isn't he? As for Poland, of course, coming at you with Szczesny between the sticks, Kiwon at the back, Gilic as well, with Basinski on the left and side, Matt Cash on the right. Valued at 22 million. Kashawasic alongside Kaminski with Zalewski on the left-hand side. Kaminski on the right-hand side. Zimanski as well at attacking midfield alongside Zielinski and Lewandowski up top. 34, still round about £45 million rated. As for, of course, the substitutions, we saw Frankowski coming on there. Bilic, of course, the youngster, a youngish guy over at Birmingham with Milic coming on to little or no effect. Take a look at, of course, the man of the match and all that kind of stuff, the match ratings. They give it to Irving Lozano with 7.7. Actually, Guillermo Ochoa with a 7.8, so he actually ousts the... I've got Szczesny also with a 7.7. Peter Zielinski ousting, of course, Lewandowski today. And, of course, down here you can see all the stats and stuff. This is when the penalty took place. But unfortunately, no joy for them. Heat maps, of course, Mexico on this hand side. A lot of blades of grass covered, preferring the left-hand side to the right. As for Poland, of course, sporadic touches to the name, but a few. Of course, we did touch base with, we've got at least a Polish point of view. We may get a Mexican point of view. We'll see about that. But of course, here it is. Their thoughts and wisdom as, of course, they look back on the game.
Hello everyone, and so we kicked off this World Cup. Poland versus Mexico. Pretty much just as predicted. 0-0. Ochoa is the best goalkeeper. Well, this game could go either way. No, not really. This was one really boring game where we decided to defend at all costs. Plan A was not to concede. Plan B was maybe get something out of it. We got a penalty. Pretty much, yeah, probably it was a penalty, but out of all people on the stadium, the one you did not expect to miss it was Lewandowski. Unfortunately, by what he said, he changed his mind the last second where he should take it. Totally wrong decision. The penalty looked horrible. Goalkeeper went to the right way. And this was basically it. As soon as this penalty went off, I was pretty sure that this game will end up 0-0, just as predicted. The team I predicted was basically spot on. We somehow decided to play with 4 defenders. So Bednarek went to the bench. We didn't start with Bielik. We played Berezinski in the starting lineup, who pretty much was the best player on the pitch. Surprisingly, no one expected him to be out there. Mexico probably with more chances, none of them extremely big. Yeah, 0-0 is at the end of the day pretty fair result. The group is on. Argentina losing to Saudi Arabia. I don't think anyone could predict that. So all to play for in the next 2 games. Let's see what the time brings. Thanks a lot. See you again.
So a quick recap of where we are over in Group C then, shall we? Of course, Saudi Arabia top the apple cart here with a win. 3 points for a possible 3. Poland are in second spot and Mexico are in third with Argentina got it all to do. But in the next games, Poland will take on Saudi Arabia. Argentina will take on Mexico. That will take place on Saturday, November the 26th. Before wrapping up, Poland against Argentina and Saudi Arabia against Mexico. That's my, of course, take on this. Be sure to give us some love and smash your subscribe, smash your thumbs up and smash the little bell. Can we go again? Or can Saudi Arabia go again? Can they edge a little bit closer to the knockout stages? Well, we'll see. Very soon. But until then, guys, thanks again for all your loving, and of course we'll keep on going into the next round and beyond. But until then, we're bouncing out.